everybody, Mobile Rager here. We're back. The patch notes are finally here. It's been like 3 days, but you know, whatever. I guess we don't care anymore. I mean, okay. They were. They were something. I know what words are. There's a point. Give me a second. They were probably off on break until like New Year's. Which like I'd get. You think, well, okay, yeah, like they're gonna pre-rate these. This is Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. You don't try. Effort? Nah, no. I can't be doing any of that. Nah. Okay, so we'll read on here. Hey, Looney Rinos, wish you all a very happy New Year. See, this how you know this is late. We know we're a bit late, but the patch notes for Season 36, but they're finally here. Let's get right into it. To kick things off, we have two new teams joining in on the Mayhem this season. Yeah, actually, you already know what they are. Oops, wrong post. If I do 5 second pause, I had uploaded a video on this originally. And then my mic wasn't recording the entire video because I'm a genius. So, you know, we're not dealing with that one no more. We ain't dealing with it. So, the current event, which is one of the new Icebornes. Then we have Viking Rocky here and Viking Muggsy. The last Iceborne with a mic. Probably, well, yeah, I did the math off screen. But I'm a wizard. Hugo and Yeti Goss are going to be the two reworks. I'm calling it right now. Now, actually, the Vikings are in game too, so that should be Lola Frostbane. I don't know what else is going to be in this blog post. Because, admittedly, this one right here, they changed freeze. It's 5 stacks instead of 3. I presume it was intentional for whatever this new team is. But there are still teams that use Chile. Snowbunnies, for one. You made Snowbunnies worse, so you should probably think about that one. Because they're already god awful. And most of them don't even inflict direct freeze. You know, because like Nautilus will be fine. They basically don't have Chile at all. I mean, Snow Bandits got a little worse. Can't really say they needed that. It's kind of like the DOT change, but like there was at least a reason for that, vaguely, somewhat. I mean, there was that time where it was bugged, it was scaling off new stats or whatever, and it would just delete entire teams. Like you bring Witch Hazel into R&D boss, it perishes, dead instantly. Yeah, I remember that gambit, so. Trust me, I understand. Like, I understand the DOT change, I should say. And they did a lot of things, like they changed bullfighters, villains got changed, scoundrels got changed. I mean, I think those two were getting changed anyways, but, like, anti-heroes got adjusted a little bit. The one folklore speedy got changed, I think. Could be wrong. Probably wrong, actually. I'm not gonna look it up right now. Okay, to kick off, we have two new teams, Iceborne, the Unforgiving Viking team. Both teams will feature newly released and older characters who've been reworked to fulfill the purpose of better synergy and function. You can find the changes down below. As always, they may not be final. I think there were differences between in-game Tweety stuff. I'm pretty sure House Party, from being in these blog posts to being in-game, are actually a little different. coming this season, we have the Iceborne. Excuse me. A chilling force of nature that is not to be messed with. Led by Hugo, the team will include Yeti, Goss, and 2 new Frosty members, with Hugo and Yeti Goss having undergone substantial changes to better. I'm sorry, I'm running out of steam on this. The whole air concept. Okay, with Hugo and Yeti Goss, here. Okay, we're back. Alright, substantial changes better align with the team. Without spoiling too much, this team will revolve around Chili, using as both a weapon and a boon. While Chili debuffs their enemies and empowers their team, making them a formidable force in battle. So I'm assuming they still can inflict Chili on themselves, which is nice. Very Yeti Goss is able to do that. Okay, where the chill for the Iceborne tread, only Frost and Ruin. Here's a sneak peek into their theme passive. Okay, so they're immune to freeze, which makes sense. Their attacks inflict Chili. Okay, Viking Age. Coming from the land of the ice and snow, the Vikings are here to raid the world of Mayhem, joining Lola, Frostbane, 3 new and fierce fighters. Ready to storm the battlefield and claim glory with all the ancient might of the Norse. Incorporated into their theme passive is a new and unique mechanic that has the capacity to leave enemies wounded. Here's what you can expect. The passive Vikings, tunes, attacks, inflict Chili. They also inflict Chili with all their attacks. I mean, I still have Goss's basic. Doing some biz. And whenever they damage an enemy. I suppose that logic kind of implies that even if they get like dodged, blocked by damage immunity, they'll inflict Chili. Okay, whenever they damage an enemy, wounded up to 5 max. Wounded is a permanent special debuff that reads this tune as minus 25% recovery. Damage immunity block, interesting. So they're a bit of a damage immunity answer. But I guess, unless you're using like super tunes, you know, like, what are they gonna do about it? Like, you still have to punch through a little bit, you know? I guess it's not that bad. Like, the super tunes are really oppressive enough to wipe an entire team in one turn. But, you know. Attacks against this tune deal 3% max health damage for each stack of wounded this tune has. Okay, so I guess that's the only stacking part. I mean, obviously damage immunity block wouldn't stack. I mean, you know, admittedly, minus 125% recovery. Okay, so it's kind of like Frenzy, in a way. Where, like, the speed is base, but the rest of it stacks. So I think the defense down stacks. I don't remember. Okay. So on to the proper reworks for Iceborne. As if Hugo here is one of the very first legendary tunes of the world of Mayhem. I'm trying to think of my head count. Like, that's probably true, and they're, they're the devs. I kind of expect them to remember. I mean, the 3 arena ones. Hopper, Taz, Treasure Hunter. I'm pretty sure Treasure Hunter is one. Oh, they're probably right. From stepping forth leads his own very own team of icy creatures. For this purpose, Zone undergone significant changes that allow him to fit better into the shoes of a worthwhile leader and attacker, while inflicting chili is still one of his top priorities. He's now better equipped to deal damage and apply debuffs that disrupt the enemy's defenses, recovery, and speed. His new leadership quality perfectly complements the team's theme passive, ensuring better outcomes and synergy with Iceborne members. Okay, so yeah, it's not a hunter anymore. Numbers. We like numbers here. Okay, this is his basic, I assume. So it doesn't do the chili inflictor tournament. I mean, it does more damage. It's neat, especially since he has like real attack stats. Steals an alliance war. Just like okay. I think I want him inflicting extra chili because you don't have a theme passive. Kinda see, I mean, especially if you need 5 chili, I don't really see how that's a problem, but sure. Like how they changed a lot about his AoE move. It's other than being kind of useless. 90% with speed down. That inflicts chili. If that chili gets anybody, he does a little extra bonus damage. So that's neato-ish. Well, okay, the math actually works out here, because the initial volley should do a round of chili. I was about to say, why not be 2 chili? But admittedly, the initial attack here would do chili. Okay. So this is different now. While this team remains about all team members have plus 100% lifesteal against frozen enemies. Iceborne team members gain 5% max health up to 50%. I just don't know how that works. Or they gain chili. I don't know how useful frozen lifesteal would be. Cause like, I got not doing it for chili. Cause the team probably permanently have chili. But at the same time, like frozen's for like 1 hit. How fast is this team gonna freeze people? That's my question. Okay, and I will note he does still have he has an all he has an all chili inflict, which is also why it's different probably. Since they said the team's gonna sort of hang out with having chili. Yeah, bust them. That is nice. Okay, and then there's a little snowman special. And damage scaling has gone way down. But the freeze effect comes first. It seems okay. guess it's alright. I mean, I feel like this should probably be multiple turns of defense down and recovery down, but I guess that's just me. So, you know, still like sort of non-damage utilities. It's nice. Okay, well, this enemy remains in battle. It says tune. Really reading here. Enemies minus 5% speed for each stack of chili they have. Whenever they become frozen, their max health is reduced by 7.5%. Can I be doing a decent on these max health reductions? Yeah, I'll go to the blog here. Oh, this is the website. I go to the website here. I think it's Clayboy. Yeah, Clayboy kind of does a similar thing with 10% max health reduction. But then the same thing as max health damage. I guess it's their health would be permanently reduced. So they start out with 20,000 max health or whatever. Then it becomes, you know, whatever. I actually don't know. I actually wouldn't know the math on that. I guess it'd be 10% minus a quarter. Whatever. And they go from 20,000 to 7.5 thousand or whatever. 17.5. I'm not doing the math. No, I refuse to do math. Okay. And then it's a new leadership skill here. Just Neato Burrito. Okay, wait. There's a lot of all of his are remain battle passives. Huh. Not necessary, that is. So, you might want health gadgets. Oh no, new Hugo. I guess realistically he's been in the game for a long time, so like he'll probably be fine. Okay, I see his self-defense. Alright. Anyways, once 2 remains in battle, Iceborne team members heal for 10% max health when they deflect chili, which is basically every attack unless they run up against the most heavy defense resistance in the world. If that was the case, we really could just put tenacity gadgets on them. What are those new gadgets? The gas mask looking one? Does that have a tenacity boost? Like, specifically this? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they're designing new tunes around these new gadgets they're adding for some reason. And I think new gadgets are nice, you know, like something. But at the same time, they're not really, like, accessible. You know, they're not in anything. Like, they said they're gonna add them to a permanent game mode at some point. But, like, I don't know how they really plan to do that. And they do more gadget campaign stages? That was their plan. If it's for a new game mode, oh, Jesus Christ, we wait eons for that. It's been like 4 years. Well, that's not fair. R&D was 22. Boss R&D, I'll count it as a new game mode. Is it thundering outside? It's January. Huh. It's also close hell today, so I have no idea what's going on out there. Inflicted with chili in real life. Okay, and for each Iceborne team member's enemies have minus 15% chili resistance, minus 15% freeze resistance. And then the theme passive. I don't remember what self-defense does. Isn't this reworks on the website already? Probably not. Because sure as hell's not going to be in-game. Look it up anyways, because it's fun. Yeah, no, he's not there. Oh, the Iceborne's there. Why? The protective helmet, it's just a stun resistance. That's silly. You could at least give, like, defense or something. And immunities are immunities now, so, like, it's still somewhat good. But, yeah, I don't know. Okay, we'll move on. And for Yeti, Goss is trying as a defender for Iceborne. Rework his abilities to make him more assertive in battle with stronger stances and enhanced by his new team's theme pass that will be able to shield and support both him and his team better. React proactively to his attacks. You don't really think about this. But if he's immune to freeze, he can't do the freeze purge attack. You know, that's like, I made a whole gimmick team around this idea, basically. They're ruining my gimmick team. Actually, they're changing Lola Frostbane too. They're ruining my gimmick team. That I made like 5 years ago. Disgraceful. And these bastards. Okay, I'm being facetious. It'll probably be fine. Okay. One of the most notable upgrades includes the ability to remove turns for enemies who are chilled or frozen. Let's go through its changes in details. It's not in magic. No idea why it ever was, to be honest. I guess because he's like a mythical creature, but you know. Okay. So still AoE, which is nice. And you have some attack down, which is useful. Okay, I'm really having a little too much. This ability damages a frozen enemy, remove 25% turn meter from. Okay. That's probably not what they meant. Okay, once return. That's fine. It's to say once per turn. I was gonna cock an eye for a second, but it's once per turn, like Starfarer or Daffy. So I guess it really is. It's like an assist measure more than anything. I don't know how necessary that is. But I mean, it's a pretty niche interaction in general, so I suppose it's fine. Whenever an enemy attacks us 2 and inflict them with chili, every third time this ability triggers, inflict all enemies with chili instead. It's sort of like Commando Daffy. You know, he goes and the third time it's like. Yeah, you totally understand what I'm talking about. 100%. At the start of each of those 2 turns, remove 10% turn meter from all enemies with 3 or more chili and 15% turn meter against all frozen enemies. Yeah, so you get this little passive chill going on, which is nice. So you want that for your chili-based defender. Okay, so it still does the damage. Boy, there's a lot of words going on this skill now. Okay, so damage, taunt, defense up, debuff, resistance up for 2 turns. It's a bit slow, a bit little on the debuff. This. Wouldn't debuff resistance help him resist his own team's chili? Would you want that? I don't feel like you would. Okay. Remove 20% turn meter from each enemy with chili, which is basically going to be all of them. I mean, look at this AoE. And 30% turn meter from each frozen enemy. Once per battle, unless incapacitated, whenever an ally falls below 40% max health, use this ability against the most injured enemy. Okay, that's actually pretty solid, because you don't deal damage, you'll get your guy taunting. It deals chili, I don't know. Nice little benefit for this move. Okay, yeah, see, before, classic move. He'd be chilling himself basically every turn. Okay. When an enemy becomes frozen, heal for 28% max health. So his healing's pretty solid. I think actually, I wonder which Hazel's already in game. That's a good pull. Yeah, I'll pull her up on the blood post after this. But I'm pretty sure the 2 new members have like direct freeze, which is nice. Mountain Lion Taurus tunes plus 10 attack for each stack of chili it has. Okay. Passive benefits. Yeah, whenever an enemy loses frozen, gain defense up. Okay. Well, it's not as funny anymore. But it is practically better. Yeah, that's probably good. Or, it should be good. Okay, and this move is, yeah, this move's definitely gonna change. This is kind of like one of them. I think it's like Tourist Daffy. Like they were building summit teams around the concept of benefiting from chili, and then they do stuff like this, where you cleanse all your own chili. Like when you're on the team, I just didn't use his move because when he freezes, he just unfreezes. Well, I don't say he unfreezes himself, but you know he freezes. He does the thing. Yeah, he does this move every time he would be frozen. So yeah, we liked that. And then when other tunes on your team were frozen, you had Frostbane to give damage immunity. I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain my funny bit team right now. The point was, this ability was almost a detriment. Because he kind of wanted chili on it. Yeah. And again, Turstaffy did kind of the same thing. You see, now it does the exact opposite. Everyone gets chili. So it's on warm up now. That's less cooldown. I mean, really, this is a healing based move, so I don't know how necessary a warm up is. Like would you even want to use this on turn 1? I mean, it's enough hasty or anything, so we're putting horns on him. I guess you would. It kind of depends. I guess if you wouldn't go first, is he slower than the rest of the team? 153. You hear 79, so okay, he's probably going last. I still don't know how overkill this would be as a move without a warm up. Because defense and attack down is defensive for your team, the attack down for their team. And a mashed chili and some. Admittedly, by the time he's going, probably a decent amount of heal. And I'm gonna have to turn on AoEs though, so I mean. Like Hugo here is doing 1. So I guess it's really the other 2 that, the 2 new ones sort of determine how overkill this would be. Well, mainly if the other 2's direct freeze. I mean, is it that beneficial? Freeze doesn't do anything. Even, I don't think you can get chili while you freeze. Could be wrong. I genuinely don't remember. Yes, okay. Viking. The Viking team needed a strong character to counterbalance the dynamics of their groove. Frostbane was a perfect choice to fill that gap considering your chilly past. Those skills haven't undergone a major overhaul, they've been tweaked to enable better support and synergy overall. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's not a Snowbunny. Although admittedly, she was originally an outlaw. And they specifically said they weren't going to make her a Snowbunny. And then later they just went and did anyways. Like, I mean, okay, sure, she had no place in Outlaws. But, you know, themes were a little more rigid back then. You know, things like villains. Or, like, the scoundrel tag didn't exist at that point, so you could just be running Ronan, Canasta, Granny, Nova, Witch Hazel. It was a banger combo. They're like, no. You're banished. And then just villains just became the better team. Well, they had a support for one. I know it's a bit ironic now, because who the hell uses Kahuna Porky, but yeah, back at that point, Nova was like the DOT support team. I was getting off topic a little. Okay. So, yeah, way less damage on this move, which I guess makes sense to use as support. Okay, then you have 2 defense down, so the permanent one, which yeah, they don't really like permanent debuffs at this point, even though, I mean, stat downs aren't that hard to cleanse, but I can understand their logic. Okay, for each enemy with wounded, grant heal over time to a random team member. Okay, so that's solid. Also, ongoing support whenever you basic. Why do they keep doing this? Because the 2 periods come in game. Like, I wouldn't care if it was a typo on the blog, but half the time the skills in game have 2 periods in the end. I'm like, why? What's up with it? Okay, anyways. So there's less heal here. Yeah, again, it's a stat down cleanse now, which is nice. I mean, again, it's going out. I mean, it's less permanent. It's like more temporary is probably better. If everything's just gonna be cleansed all the time, I don't know. Oh, that's game design wizard. Yeah, see here? All too chilly. Although admittedly, this is... I guess I technically replaced them afterwards. Yeah, whatever, who cares? It was funny. Obviously, this team is immune to freeze, so you probably don't want to inflict your own guys with chili. So yeah, this freezes now, freezes the enemy with highest attack, inflict chili on all other enemies. Okay, so that's probably where they came with the heal over time, was this move. So I mean, nothing else on our team does it. So this is about the same, there's no Snowbunny benefits. Okay, so the Snowbunny benefit got replaced with attacker, turn meter boost, which, admittedly, from Night Tweety. Pretty good effect, to be honest. More turn meter to your attackers, usually pretty helpful. You know, a bold, revolutionary take. Okay, so yeah, before it was kind of a precursory measure. Kind of another remain in battle effect. It's interesting. When a team member attacks an enemy with chili, heal them for 10% max health, which is kind of the exact same effect as one of these goobers. That's almost the same. I mean, it's not, technically. But, like, it's the effect, it's the same effect, essentially, just will take, like, 1 turn longer to activate. I mean, I guess for them, they have to activate their whatever. You know what it is. Actually, now I actually don't remember the point I was gonna make. It's something about their theme skill. Let me just scroll down to where their theme skill would be. Right, they have to damage them, not like Iceborne does. Because I remember I made a point about it earlier. I just didn't remember what it was. Okay, so yeah, heal it for 10% max healing. Grant them a random stat up. I feel that's like, I mean, okay, random stat up is good and all. But one turn? One turn? I don't really know about that. Okay, so this move actually deals the same damage, which is kind of nice. And then just sort of a raw piercing up rather than screw that guy particularly. Then, at the end of the turn, deal 15% max health damage to all frozen enemies and Alliance Wars. They just don't care. Interesting. So this move is this move is a little different. Okay, so once tunes in battle, all Vikings are immune to Chile, which is functionally I was gonna say it's sort of functionally a freeze resist. It's like how are you gonna get there? But I mean, there's some direct frozen. Let's say that. I mean, like Naughty List is all direct frozen. They don't care. Team Naughty List. Sure. And again, the new Iceborne numbers, I think, also have some direct freeze going on. And obviously Lola herself has a direct freeze right here. That's interesting. And then while frozen attacks against them have minus 200% attack, which is functionally just taking the crit out of being frozen. Because they do minus 200% attack, crit is 3 times damage. It's a normal attack, basically. Which is, you know, less obnoxious, I guess, than just being DI and be like... It's like my Tasmanian Devil impression. Alright, that's the whole blog post. You know, we'll look at Dwingus and Dangus. I don't know if both of them are in here. Oh, there's Snowmike. Hi, Snowmike. Let's do a little 5 seconds Snowmike review. Okay, see, this move right here. This has a direct freeze. This has a direct freeze. Somewhere. Well, any tune is frozen. This tune has plus 20% speed. Interesting. Make this stun or silence removal a little heal move. It's probably better off stunning him, so yeah, you can't use it. I mean, I guess it's A1. That's kind of like whatever. finishes tune's turns. He inflicts chili at the start of his turn, and obviously his moves. The chili man. Okay, and then he does a little cleansing, and a little stat-up. Okay. I don't know, I'm just doing an Iceborne team review now, but anyway, we're doing whatever. And chili unfit here. This is an all-tune chili. Yeah, this move. There's freeze mode. I don't know what my point is. This funny tourist Daffy that self-sabotages his own team by cleansing all the chili from them. Yeah, I'm rambling at this point. I'm gonna stop the video. This is Mobile Rager. That's all, folks.